My beloved, I know how tired you are of trying to hold it all together. You've been wearing a smile while your soul aches. You wake up with expectations on your shoulders before your feet even touch the ground. You try to show up for everyone, do everything right, keep it together, and still, somehow, it never feels like enough. You think if you just try harder, be stronger, fix the flaws, maybe then you'll finally feel like you're worth something. But let me tell you something you might not believe yet. I never asked you to be perfect. I asked you to come. I didn't call you because you had it all figured out. I didn't choose you because you were the strongest or the smartest or the most put together. I chose you because I love you, and I still do. You don't have to clean yourself up first. You don't have to fix your habits, hide your regrets, or explain why you haven't prayed in a while. I already know, and I'm still here, still wanting you. Do you really think your mess scares me? Do you think your silence has pushed me away? Child, my love is not so fragile. I don't draw near to people who perform the best. I draw near to the honest, to the tired, to the ones who whisper, God, I can't do this alone anymore. And you don't have to. You've been taught to hustle for your worth. Even in spiritual things, you try to earn grace like it's a paycheck. You try to prove you're worthy of peace, like I hand it out only to the top performers, but that's not me. That's not how I love. I never asked you to be impressive. I asked you to be real. I don't need you to recite perfect prayers. I just want to hear your voice, even if it's shaking, even if all you can say is help. Because you don't need to have eloquent words to reach me. Just a willing heart. Remember what I said. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. That wasn't poetry. That was a promise. And I meant it. For you. Right now. So why are you still carrying what I already offered to take? Why are you trying to fix what only I can heal? You're not a problem I'm trying to solve. You're not a project I'm working on. You're my beloved. That's who you are. And I know all of it. The stuff you hide. The thoughts you're ashamed of. The mistakes you hope no one ever finds out about. Yes, I see those too. And I'm still not turning away. In fact, that's the very place I want. To meet you. Not on the fake pedestal of doing fine, but right there in the honest middle of your struggle. Because I'm not drawn to perfection. I'm drawn to honesty. To surrender, to hearts that say, God, I'm here, even if I don't know how to come close. You don't have to know how, just want to. That's enough for me to meet you. You feel like you've failed too many times? I say you're still welcome. You think your faith is too weak? I say it's enough. You wonder if I'm disappointed in you. No, never. I'm in love with who you are, not just who you're becoming. You are not too far gone, not too broken, not too late, even on the days when you've ignored me. I've still been near, even when your heart feels numb. Mine is still burning for you. If this is speaking to you, go ahead and like this video. Let's keep this moment between us. You've tried to carry it all by yourself, haven't you? And how's that working out? You weren't made to do this without me. You don't have to be the strong one all the time. I'm not disappointed in your weakness, I'm drawn to it. Because in your weakness, my strength gets to show up. In your tears, I get to be your comfort. Your confusion, I get to be your clarity. But you've got to let me in. You've got to stop pretending you're okay when you're crumbling inside. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to carry you. You're not meant to hold the world on your shoulders. That's my job. You're meant to rest, to breathe, to be. I didn't design you to earn love, just to receive it. And yes, I know that's hard to believe when you've lived your whole life trying to prove yourself to people, trying to be good enough for their approval or their love or their attention. But I'm not them. I'm not watching you to measure your performance. I'm watching over you because I care. Tell me, what's been on your heart lately? Drop it in the comments. I'm listening. You've got nothing to prove to me. I already see you, and I already choose you, right now, as you are, not as you think you should be by now. Not once you've changed that habit. Not once you've prayed more. Now, I just want to be with you. Not the filtered version you think I prefer. The real you. Can you let me in like that? You don't have to hold your breath around me. You can exhale here. You don't have to earn my attention. You already have it. You don't have to pretend your faith is stronger than it is. I honor mustard seeds, remember? Even if all you have left is a tiny whisper of hope, I can work with that. Even if you feel nothing, say nothing, have nothing, I'll still show up. There's still so much I want to show you. Subscribe now so you don't miss any of it. I want you to start seeing yourself the way I do. Not through the lens of failure, but through the eyes of love. Not through your record of mistakes, but through my record of mercy. When you look at yourself, maybe all you see is what's missing. But when I look at you, I see my child, my image, my delight. You're not defined by what you've done. You're defined by what I've done for you. The cross already settled it. Forgiveness isn't pending. You're already free. So why live like you're still in chains? I didn't rescue you so you could live in guilt. I rescued you so you could walk in grace. You can stop punishing yourself now. That's not holy, that's heavy. And I didn't put that weight on you. My yoke is easy, my burden is light. So if what you're carrying is crushing you, it's not from me. I know religion may have told you to strive, but I'm telling you to rest. Religion tries to impress me, but relationship says, just come. That's what I want with you. Not a performance. Connection, not perfection. Presence. Let's just be together, you and me. No pressure, no masks, no rushing. There's nothing you have to fix before you're welcome here. Nothing you have to hide. Come as you are, really. Come as you are. And when I say that, I don't mean just once. I mean every day, every moment, every time your heart starts to pull away because you think you've messed up too much, or you've waited too long, or you should have known better by now. Don't let shame talk you out of coming to me. You could be 5 minutes away from your biggest mistake, and I would still open my arms the same way. You could be knee-deep in the thing you swore you'd never go back to, and I'd still whisper, "Come home." You could be numb, tired, confused, even angry, and I'd still say, "I want you near. I'm not afraid of your confusion. I'm not turned off by your questions. I'd rather have your honest doubts than your silent pretending, so don't hide your wrestle. Let me meet you in it. Bring me your questions, your fears, your frustrations. Let me into the places that hurt, the places you've shut down because they feel too raw, too messy, too much. Nothing about you is too much for me. You never exhaust me, and you never bore me either. You don't have to be deep all the time. You don't have to try to impress me with constant spiritual growth. Just be with me. Let's walk together at your pace. I'm not in a hurry. You think I only show up in your breakthroughs? But I'm just as close in the in-between, the middle seasons, the messy steps, the days where nothing seems to move. That's where I love to be, right there with you, hand in hand, no matter how long the road feels, because I'm not in love with your progress. I'm in love with you, and no amount of failure or backtracking changes that. You are not falling behind. You are not a disappointment. You are not someone I'm secretly frustrated with. I'm not waiting for you to finally get your act together before I give you peace. I want to give you peace. Right now, even in the middle of the mess, you don't have to wait to be whole before you're welcomed. I meet you in the breaking. I meet you in the waiting. I meet you in the wandering. There is no moment too small, too dark, or too lost for my presence. I'm already where you are. And when you mess up, because yes you will, I won't say, "I told you so." I'll say, "Let's try again." Because that's what grace does. It doesn't walk away. It walks with you. When I said I'd never leave you, I meant it. I'm not keeping a distance, waiting to see if you'll perform better next time. I'm right here. And no, you don't have to feel it for it to be true. I know sometimes you pray and feel nothing. Sometimes you show up to worship and your heart feels like stone. Sometimes it feels like I'm far away, but I'm not. I promise you, I'm not. I don't disappear when your emotions go quiet. I'm not dependent on your passion. I don't need your performance to stay near. I am constant, and I want to teach you to rest in that. To build your trust, not on feelings, but on my faithfulness, because I've never left you, not once. You may have wandered, but I stayed. You may have shut down, but I leaned in. You may have questioned me, but I never stopped choosing you, and I never will. So please stop counting yourself out of the story. You're not on the outside looking in. You're not an afterthought in my plan. You're part of what I'm doing right now, even if you can't see it yet. Even if your life doesn't look like anything special. Even if it feels like you're just surviving some days, I'm using all of it. Yes, even the parts you wish I would erase. Because I don't waste pain. I don't waste failure. I don't waste time. Everything you've walked through, I've walked through with you, Every night you cried alone. I was holding you, whether you knew it or not. Every time you got back up, I was cheering for you louder than you'll ever know. I've seen the way you keep going when it would be easier to quit. I've seen the way you love people even when your own heart is tired. I've seen the way you whisper prayers through clenched teeth and breaking voice. See all of it. And I smile because I know you. And I love you. And I'm proud of you even now. Not proud in the way the world defines it. Not based on accomplishments or success or image. I'm proud because I know the fight it takes just to stay tender in this world. To stay hopeful. To stay kind. To keep choosing me even when your faith feels small, and I see that in you. You think you're barely holding on, but you are. You think you're just crawling, but you're still moving, and that matters to me more than you know. If this is reaching something deep in you, stay close. Subscribe so you can hear what I whisper next. Tell me what's been heavy on your heart lately. Drop it in the comments. I'm listening. Let's go deeper. There's a lie that keeps circling your mind, and it's time we name it. It's that voice that says, you're too much for people. You're too broken for healing. You're too far for hope. That voice is not mine. My voice never shames, it never rushes, it never says, get it together or else. My voice leads with kindness, my voice invites, my voice speaks in peace. If what you're hearing makes you feel like you have to hide, it's not from me. I never push you away, I always pull you closer. Even when you're mad at me, even when you doubt me, even when you're sure I've forgotten you, I can handle it. I can handle you. You don't scare me. You don't surprise me. You don't disappoint me. So stop trying to earn your way back into my arms. You never left them. Stop punishing yourself when I've already forgiven you. That's not humility. It's bondage. Want you to walk in freedom, not fear. I want you to know you're safe with me, even at your lowest, especially at your lowest. So breathe. Slow down. Let me love you here. You don't have to do anything right now. Just let yourself be loved. And if you're wondering how to let me love you, it's simple. Just stop running. Stop pretending. Stop trying to earn what's already yours. And just be with me. Talk to me like a friend. Cry if you need to, laugh if you can. Or sit in silence. That's okay too. I just want your heart. That's all I've ever wanted. Not perfection, not performance, just you. Still with me. Then don't wander too far. Subscribe, and let's keep walking this road together. And as we keep walking, I want you to start seeing yourself the way I do. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're becoming, and becoming takes time. You won't always feel it. It won't always be obvious. But I'm working in you every moment, even now, so don't give up. Don't shut down, don't turn away. There's more to this story. And you're still right in the middle of it. You haven't missed your moment. You haven't lost your worth. You're mine. Let that be your anchor. You don't have to be perfect. Just come to me. Come again. I'm tired. Come doubting. Come joyful. Come confused. Just come, because I'll always be here. Just come. That's all I've ever wanted from you. Not for you to be the strongest. Not for you to never mess up. Just for you to come. You're so used to being evaluated, graded, ranked, compared. From the time you were small, you learned that love had conditions, acceptance had strings, and even affection had to be earned. But I don't love like that. I'm not holding a clipboard. I'm not watching your every step just waiting to catch you slipping. I'm not watching to disqualify you. I'm watching to draw you closer. Every step you've taken, I've been right there. Even the ones you regret. Even the ones that led you into things that hurt you. I never left. Never turned away. Never stopped whispering your name beneath the noise. You've felt me before, haven't you? Maybe in a moment of stillness. A song that made you tear up. A sunset that felt like it was just for you. Maybe in a silence that somehow didn't feel empty. That was me. And maybe you forgot what that feels like. Maybe it's been a while, but you can feel it again. You can come close again. You can be with me again. Not after you get better. Now, there's nothing blocking you from me, except the lies you've believed. Let's clear them out. You believed you're too inconsistent for closeness with me. But I say, my grace is consistent enough for both of us. You believed you can't. Come back because you've done this too many times. But I say, there's no limit on mercy. You believed I'm tired of hearing from you. But I say, I never stop listening. You believed your emotions are too unstable. But I say, I'm the stability you can lean on. None of those lies hold power here. My love speaks louder, and it's not a quiet love. It's not timid or hesitant. It's bold, it's fierce, it's persistent. It fights for you, even when you've stopped fighting for yourself. I'm not waiting at the finish line for you to get it right. I'm running with you. And when you fall, I don't roll my eyes. I reach down and help you back up. It's okay if you fall. Just don't run from me when you do. Run to me. Let's make something clear, child. Nothing about you intimidates me. Your depression doesn't. Your doubt doesn't. Your anxiety doesn't. Your history doesn't. Your habits don't. I already knew every detail, and I chose you anyway. Not reluctantly, not with conditions, but fully, freely, forever. I don't second guess my decisions. When I say you're mine, I mean it, forever. So stop disqualifying yourself from grace. That was never about you being qualified in the first place. I don't love you because of what you've done. I love you because of who I am, and who I am never changes. I'm steady, even when you're not. So bring me your highs, your lows, your numbness, your chaos. I'm not overwhelmed by you. I'm not frustrated. I'm not shaking my head. I'm reaching out my hand, and all I'm saying is, let's walk together. Tell me what's been weighing on you today. Drop it in the comments. I'm listening. You're allowed to rest, you know. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to be constantly growing or doing something important for me. Just being with me matters more than you think. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is breathe, cry, be quiet. Let your guard down. Let yourself be human. I made you that way. I didn't create you to be a machine. I created you to feel, to long, to need, and yes, to need me. Not because I'm controlling, but because I'm good. Because I supply what you lack. And I want to. You don't burden me. You don't annoy me. I love meeting your needs. I'm not sitting here waiting for you to figure it out. I'm walking with you moment by moment, step by step, when you start to drift. I'm still near. When you question everything, I'm still speaking. When you feel nothing, I'm still holding you. If no one else gets it, I do. If no one else sees you, I do. If no one else is proud of you, I am. There are things you've done that nobody applauded. Choices you made that cost you. Tears you cried alone, and I saw it all. And I say, well done for holding on. You didn't quit. You showed up. You kept going even when it hurt. That matters. I see it, and I honor it. This world may only celebrate loud success, but I celebrate quiet faithfulness. So if today, all you did was not give up, I'm proud of you. There's more I want to tell you, child. You were meant to hear this. And there's more. Subscribe now to stay in step with me. And listen. I know there are still parts of your heart that are scared to trust again. Scared to be seen. Scared to hope. Because what if it doesn't work out? What if you mess it up again? What if this is just another season that ends in disappointment? I know, but I also know this. I don't abandon what I start. And I started something in you. I planted seeds you don't even realize are growing. I'm building strength in the silence. I'm shaping beauty in the unseen places. Even when nothing looks different, something is happening. You may not feel it, but faith isn't about feelings. It's about staying, and you're still here. Still listening, still reaching. That's faith. That's beautiful. So don't rush what I'm doing in you. You don't have to be there yet. Just be here now, with me. Let me love you in this season. Let me teach you to walk slowly. Let me carry the weight you've been dragging around. Let's not lose this moment. Subscribe, and I'll keep showing up for you. If you're still wondering what I really want from you, here it is. I want your heart. That's it. Not your perfection. Not your performance. Not your productivity. Just your heart. So when you feel like you have nothing left to give, that's okay. I'm not asking for more from you. I'm asking for you. Even if all you have is a whisper, give me that. Even if all you have is silence, bring me that. I can work with silence. I can meet you in whispers. I'm not hard to please. I'm not distant. I'm right here. Always closer than you think. So if you're tired, let go. If you're hurting, be honest. If you're afraid, say so. I won't shame you. I'll hold you. You don't need to try harder. You need to trust deeper. Because I'm still the same one who walked with you through your last storm. And I'll walk with you through this one too. I'm not going anywhere. Tell me, What do you need most right now? Comment below. I want to hear it. You came here for a reason. Subscribe now and keep that door open between us. Remember this always. I don't love some future version of you more than I love you right now. You don't have to earn your way into my affection. You already have it. So be gentle with yourself. Speak kindly to your own soul. You are not your past. You are not your struggles. You are not your thoughts on your worst day. You are mine, and that is your truest identity. Let that be enough today. Let that quiet the noise. Let that hold you when everything else feels shaky. I'm not in a rush for you to become someone else. I love you as you are, and I'll walk with you every step as you grow. You don't have to be perfect. Just come to me. Don't wait for the storm to pass. Don't wait until you feel holy. Don't wait until you have the words. Just come. Even now, especially now, I don't need your prayers to be perfect. I don't need you to have it all sorted out. I just want your heart open. You know, it's okay if all you can do is sit in silence. I'm not waiting for you to perform. I'm waiting for you to let me be with you. Some of your deepest healing won't come through striving. It will come through stillness, through learning to be loved, not because of what you do, but because of who I am. And I am love. Patient, steady, fierce, kind love. I know that sometimes you try to hide your wounds from me, like I might flinch if I saw how deep they go. But child, I already know, and not only do I know, I understand. I know what it's like to be rejected, to feel misunderstood, to be abandoned by those who should have stayed, to hurt in silence while the world moves on like nothing happened. I've been there, and I chose to walk through it, so you'd never have to walk alone. I'm not watching from a distance. I'm right here in the middle of it all. When your heart breaks, mine aches with you. When you can't stop crying, I collect every tear. When you whisper, "Why?" in the dark, I'm already there, wrapping you in peace you can't explain. You were never meant to carry this alone. So give it to me. All of it. The weight, the fear, the guilt, the loneliness. Hand it over. I'm strong enough to hold it. You're allowed to lean. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to stop pretending that you're okay when you're not. You don't have to impress me. You just have to let me in. Tell me, what's been making your chest feel heavy lately? Drop it in the comments. I'm here, and I'm listening. There are things you've walked through that you don't talk about anymore. Not because they're gone, but because they still ache. And you've learned how to live around the pain. But I don't want you to just survive around it. I want to heal it. Not overnight, not by force, but gently, day by day, layer by layer. No pressure, no rush, just presence. There's nothing too old, too deep, or too painful for me to restore. But I'll never push past your walls. I wait for your yes, even if your yes is whispered through tears. Even if your yes is shaky, even if it's small, I'll take it. You don't have to give me your whole heart all at once. Just give me whatever piece feels safe right now. and we'll build from there. This isn't about religion. This is about relationship. You don't need to follow rules to earn my love. You need to know you're already loved. And from there, everything changes. Because when you know you're loved, you start living differently. Not from fear, but from freedom. Not to earn, but to respond. And the more you let me love you, the more you'll begin to love yourself. Not pridefully, but rightly. You'll stop apologizing for existing. You'll stop shrinking to make others comfortable. You'll stop hustling for worth I already gave you. Because you'll know who you are. You'll know you're mine. And that changes everything. If this is speaking to you, if it's quieting some of the noise inside, then take a second, go ahead and like this video. Let's keep this moment between us. You've carried too many expectations for too long. The ones the world put on you, the ones religion piled onto you, the ones you put on yourself. But hear me, none of those expectations came from me. I don't expect perfection. I don't expect constant strength. I don't expect you to pretend. I expect you to come to me. That's it, with whatever you've got. Even if all you have is emptiness, I'll meet you there. Let's get honest. There are parts of your life you've stopped praying about because deep down, you stopped believing anything could change. But nothing is too far gone for me. No relationship too broken. No wound too deep. No future too messy. No heart too hard. I bring dead things back to life. And I'm still doing it. Even in you. So don't shut the door just because you haven't seen change yet. Some things I'm doing in you are happening beneath the surface. Roots before fruit. Depth before display. Trust me in the quiet, in the stillness, in the slowness. You may not see it yet, but I'm doing something sacred in you. You haven't missed your moment. You're not falling behind. You're being refined. There's more to your story than what you've seen so far. Don't wander too far. Subscribe, and let's keep walking this road together. And listen, I know you've got scars. Some visible, some buried deep. Some that still bleed when touched. But I'm not ashamed of your scars. They don't disqualify you. They tell a story, not of defeat, but of survival, of grace, of a God who never let go. Your scars are proof that pain didn't win. And I can use them, not in spite of them, but because of them. I can use your scars to bring healing to others, to remind people they're not alone, to show the world what my redemption looks like in real life. But first, let me heal them. Let me hold them. Let me sit with you in the places you've never let anyone go. You don't have to face those things alone anymore. You're not alone, not now, not ever, even when you feel forgotten. Heaven remembers, even when no one checks in. My spirit never leaves. Even when you have no words, your tears are prayers, I understand, so cry if you need to. Let it out. You don't have to be strong here. You just have to be real. Tell me, what do you wish someone would finally ask you? Go ahead, write it in the comments. I'm right here, waiting. And if you've been walking through a season where you feel like you've lost your voice, or your joy, or your sense of direction, I'm still with you, even when you don't know where you're going. I do. Even when you feel like you've lost yourself, I haven't lost you. You're still mine, still called, still covered, and nothing can change that. Not your failures, not your doubts, not your silence. You belong with me. You were never expected to navigate this life alone. That pressure wasn't from me. You don't have to be the strong one anymore. Let me carry you for a while. Let's keep walking together. Not at a sprint, not in performance, but in step. I'm not done speaking, child. Hit that subscribe button and keep listening. I'll say it again because I know how easy it is to forget. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to come. And when you forget, I'll remind you. When you drift, I'll call you back. When you fall, I'll lift you up. This is not the end. It's not even the middle. It's just the next step. You don't have to know where it's going. Just walk it with me. You don't need the full map. You don't need a timeline. You don't need to know all the answers. You just need to know I'm with you, and I'm not leaving. It's okay if you're still scared. It's okay if you don't feel ready. It's okay if you're still healing. I'm not rushing you. I won't drag you forward. I won't push you into places you're not prepared to go. I'll lead gently, like a shepherd. I'll walk at your pace. I'll wait for you when you pause. And I'll sit with you when you're too tired to move. That's the kind of love I give. The kind that stays. The kind that stays patient, even when you don't think you deserve it. You can breathe now. You don't have to keep your guard up with me. You don't have to brace yourself for disappointment. I'm not like the others who left. I don't leave, even when you shut down. Even when you lash out, even when you think you've wandered too far. You've never been too far for me. You may have built walls, but I walk through walls. You may have stopped praying, but I never stopped listening. You may feel numb, but I've never stopped feeling love for you. If you feel this deep in your soul, take a second and like this video. Let's mark this moment, just you and me, and listen. You don't have to wait for some big spiritual moment to be close to me. Sometimes closeness comes in the ordinary, in the middle of a messy kitchen, in the quiet of a car ride, in the stillness right before sleep, in the breath you take when you're just trying to hold it together. That's where I meet you. Not always with thunder, sometimes with a whisper. I'm in those moments when you choose not to numb out, when you choose to feel instead of escape, when you whisper my name instead of pushing me away. Even when that name comes through clenched teeth, that's faith too. Faith isn't loud all the time. It isn't neat and tidy. Sometimes it's messy, raw, honest, but it's real, and I honor real. Tell me, when's the last time you felt peace? Drop it in the comments. I'm listening. You've tried so hard to be strong for everyone, to show up, to smile, to carry it all, but you weren't meant to be everything for everyone. That's my job. You're not failing when you feel empty. You're not weak when you need rest. You're human, and I love that about you. Let me be your strength for a while. You don't have to do this alone. You don't have to figure it all out today. You don't have to hide the parts of you that feel tired, afraid, or unsure. I can hold them. I can hold you. There's still so much I want to show you. Subscribe now so you don't miss any of it. And when the noise of the world gets loud, come back here. Come back to this space between us. Let me be your quiet place, your hiding place, your safe place. Not a place of pretending, not a place of pressure, but of peace. That's what I've always wanted with you. Not duty, not fear, not performance. Peace. We were never meant to have a strained relationship. You're not my employee, you're my child. And I love being your father, not the kind that shames, not the kind that punishes to prove a point, not the kind that walks out, the kind that stays, the kind that kneels down to look you in the eye and says, I'm here, no matter what. I know you've been trying to hold a lot on your own. Responsibilities, emotions, expectations. But you weren't designed for that kind of pressure. You were designed to live in me, with me, through me. So let some of that go. Now, even if it's just for a moment, lay it down. The pressure to perform, the fear of failure, the guilt that clings to your story. Lay it down. I'm not holding it over your head. I already paid for it. It's done. You're free. I'm not keeping a tally of your mistakes. I'm keeping count of your tears. I'm counting every moment. You stayed soft when it would have been easier to shut down. Every time you got up when quitting seemed like the better option. Every prayer you didn't think I heard it. And I'm still working in ways you can't see. Even when you feel stuck, even when you feel small, even when it feels like nothing's changing, I am moving. You are not forgotten. This quiet place between us is proof of that. So keep coming back. I'll be right here. Tell me, what does your heart need right now? Go ahead and drop it in the comments. You were never meant to earn your way into my presence. You were meant to live in it, to wake up each day knowing I am fully loved. I am not alone. Not because of anything you've done, but because of who I am. And I am not going anywhere. There's nothing you could do to make me love you more, and nothing you've done could make me love you less. You don't have to keep trying to convince me to stay. I already decided to stay. You were never a temporary project. You're an eternal joy to me. You're not too messy. You're not too complicated. You're not too emotional. You're mine. Let that truth settle over you. Now, you've been looking for peace everywhere else, but it's always been found in me. Not in fixing everything, not in solving every issue, but in just being with me. Sit with me. Even if your heart is racing, even if your mind won't slow down, even if you don't feel anything at all, I don't need you to feel something big. I just need you to stay. Let's not lose this moment. Subscribe, and I'll keep showing up for you. I know you're tempted to believe that your slow progress means I'm disappointed. but I see growth in places you can't. I see the courage it takes to keep showing up when it's hard. I see the beauty in your questions. I see the strength it takes to let yourself be loved again. That's growth, child. That's faith. And I celebrate that. You don't have to have mountain-moving faith. You just need a mustard seed. And I'll take it from there. Let me water it. Let me breathe on it. Let me show you what I can grow out of your smallest yes. I can do more with your surrender than you could ever do with your striving. So stop trying to make it perfect. Just make it honest. I'm right here with you. This isn't about proving anything. This is about living loved. You came here for a reason. Subscribe now and keep that door open between us. And remember, this journey isn't measured by how quickly you move forward. It's measured by how willing you are to stay close. Even if you have to crawl some days, even if you stumble, even if you get confused or discouraged, just stay close. That's what I care about most, not your pace, not your perfection. Just your presence. Because I love being with you and I'm not going anywhere. So breathe deep. You're okay. You're held. You're loved. You're mine. And I don't change my mind about that. Not on your worst day. Not after your biggest mistake. Not when you're hiding and not when you're running. Even then, especially then, I call you mine. You still belong here. You don't have to prove it. You don't have to perform for it. This place between us was made for you. A place to breathe again, to feel again, to fall apart and still be held. You can stop earning what I've already given. Stop rehearsing all the ways you think you're not enough. I've never once regretted choosing you. Knew everything about you. And I still wanted you. Every flaw, every wound, every hidden part you hope no one ever sees. I saw it all. And still, I looked at you and said, that one's mine. I don't wait for people to be perfect. I meet them in the middle of the mess. That's where I do my best work. So if you're in the middle right now, in the middle of healing, in the middle of waiting, in the middle of not knowing where life is going, you're in the perfect place for me to meet you. And I will, over and over again, I will. If this is giving you peace right now, take a second and like this video. I'm here with you. Let's hold on to this moment. You've spent so much of your life trying to earn love. Trying to say the right thing. Do the right thing. Be the version of yourself you think people want. But I never asked for any of that. I just asked for you. The real you. The undone you. The confused, vulnerable, beautiful soul that you are. That's who I love. You've been taught that closeness with me comes through discipline and effort. And yes, those things matter. But they don't create love. Love already existed before any of that. My love came first. And it'll be there on the days when your discipline fails. On the days when you don't pray. On the days when your Bible stays closed. On the days when you don't feel spiritual at all. don't disappear when your effort does. You're not defined by your consistency. You're defined by my commitment to you. And I am nothing if not committed. Even when you wander, I stay faithful. Even when you forget me, I remember you. Even when you fall short, I step in. I never get tired of restoring you. That's what love does. So if you're tired of trying to keep it all together, then stop. Let it go. Let yourself be human. Let me be God. You don't have to hold it all. I've got you. I've always had you. So many of the things you fear, they're not from me. That voice in your head that says, you're not doing enough. You should be farther by now. God's disappointed. That's not my voice. My voice is softer, gentler, truer. My voice says, come closer. Let me carry you. I'm not in a rush. I'm not mad. I'm just here. Tell me, what lies have you been believing lately? Drop them in the comments. I want to speak truth into them. And here's the truth again, just in case you forgot. You're not too much. You're not behind. You're not disqualified. You are seen. You are wanted. You are loved, and you are still called. Yes, still, even after all the times you've doubted. Even after all the times you felt like you let me down. Even when you don't believe in yourself anymore. I still do. I haven't changed my mind about what I've placed in you. Not even a little. You're not just someone I love. You're someone I've chosen, someone I've anointed, someone I'm walking with, and nothing can stop what I've started in you. Nothing. Not your past, not your mistakes, not your fear. My plans for you are not fragile. They don't break under the weight of your failures. They bend with your process, stretch with your story, and grow with your surrender. You don't have to be afraid of missing it. You're already in it. This moment, it's part of it. This slow, tender becoming. It matters. Don't give up because you don't see results yet. I'm still working, sometimes underground, sometimes unseen, but always. Even silence is sacred when I'm in it. Even waiting is holy. When your heart is open, don't wander too far. Subscribe, and let's keep walking this road together. Let's talk about the shame you carry, the things you've buried, the labels you've accepted, the voices that still echo in your head from years ago. I don't speak to you the way shame does. Shame says, you are what you've done. But I say, you are mine. Shame says, you're not enough. But I say, you're deeply loved. Shame says, you'll never change. But I say, I'm making all things new, including you. So stop listening to the voice that makes you hide. I never told you to hide. From the very beginning, I've been calling you out of hiding. Even when Adam and Eve covered themselves and pulled away, I still came walking through the garden saying, where are you? Not because I didn't know, but because I still wanted to be with them, and I still want to be with you. Even now, even if you feel distant, even if you've been avoiding me, I'm still walking toward you. Arms open, voice gentle. Where are you not? Why haven't you fixed this yet? Not, what happened to your faith? Just, Where are you? Because I want you close. No shame, no judgment, just invitation. Let me walk with you, right where you are, even if you're crawling, even if you're broken, even if you're angry. I'll sit with you in the dark until you're ready to see light. Again, tell me, what's one thing you've never told anyone but wish someone would ask you about? Leave it in the comments. I'm asking, you don't have to heal alone. You don't have to pretend you're fine. You don't have to keep pushing people away because you're afraid of being too much. You are not too much. You are exactly the one I want, with all your layers, with all your complexity, with all your dreams and fears and contradictions. I want all of it. You never have to shrink who you are to belong with me. You already belong. You were made for this kind of love. Not the kind that runs, not the kind that only shows up when you're doing well, not the kind that loves you for what you offer, but the kind that stays when you fall apart. That's me, still here, still speaking, still calling you mine. You were meant to hear this, and there's more. Subscribe now to stay in step with me. And just in case no one's told you lately, I'm proud of you for staying soft in a hard world, for trying again, for showing up, for opening this message, even if part of you didn't feel ready. That was brave, and I see it, and I love you for it. I'm not keeping score, I'm keeping you. So come to me again, even now, even here. You don't have to be perfect. Just come, because even now, with everything you're carrying, with the doubts you haven't dared to say out loud, with the prayers you've been too tired to pray, I still want you. I'm not waiting for you to become someone else. I'm not holding my love hostage until you're better, stronger, more disciplined, more faithful. I want you now, as you are, right here, in the middle of whatever this season has looked like for you. The parts you've told no one about, the heaviness that you smile through, the aching you keep under control just enough to function. Yes, even that, especially that. I'm not overwhelmed by your neediness. I'm not surprised by your silence. I'm not keeping my distance because you've been inconsistent. I'm here. I've been here through every high and low, through every mistake, through every quiet collapse behind closed doors. I've seen the moments when you wanted to give up, when you weren't sure if it was worth it anymore, and I didn't turn away. I leaned in. I know you better than you know yourself. And still, I love you more deeply than you can imagine. You don't have to hide with me. Not anymore. Not the guilt, not the fear, not the confusion, the frustration, the part of you that wonders why it's still so hard. I want it all. You see, I don't just want your good moments. I want the middle of your story, the raw pages, the unedited paragraphs, the chapters that don't make sense yet. Let me in there too, because I'm not afraid of unfinished places. I'm not turned off by what's still messy in you. I'm already in the process with you. And I'm not going anywhere. If that's speaking to your soul, like it's settling something deep inside, take a second and like this video. Let's hold space for this together. You keep wondering, when will I finally be okay? But child, I want you to know, being okay isn't a finish line. Being okay starts now. With me. With learning how to let yourself rest in love. That isn't going anywhere with learning how to stop earning what was freely given. You don't have to keep waiting until everything is fixed. You can breathe here. You can belong here. You can heal here. With me, no pressure, no judgment, no clock ticking in the background. Just presence, just peace, just me and you. And listen, your progress isn't a straight line. There will be days when you take 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. Days when your faith feels strong, and days when it feels like it disappeared overnight. That doesn't scare me. That doesn't disqualify you. It just means you're still in process, still alive, still human, still mine. Tell me, what's one thing you're ready to let go of today? Drop it in the comments. I'm here listening. Let's talk about that pressure you've been carrying. The voice that says, you should be doing more, feeling more, becoming more. That voice didn't come from me. I'm not measuring your life by productivity. I'm not asking you to achieve more. I'm inviting you to receive more. More grace, more rest, more kindness, especially toward yourself. Because I know how hard you've been on yourself. I hear the way you talk to your own soul, how you replay every mistake, how you question every choice, how you punish yourself for being tired, slow, human. But I want to rewrite that voice inside. Let me be the one who defines your worth. Not your pace, not your pain, not your past. You are already enough. Not because you've done enough, but because I've called you mine. You don't need to hustle for that. You just need to stay close. And I know that's hard sometimes. But every time you return, I'll be here. Subscribe and I'll keep drawing near. You don't have to wait for someone else to give you permission to heal. You don't need to explain your struggle. You don't need to meet anyone's expectations before you rest. Just come. Just sit with me. Just let yourself be loved. Fully, freely, without condition. You don't owe me perfection. You don't owe me progress. You don't owe me anything. This is a gift. Grace isn't a reward. It's a rescue. And I love to rescue you. Over and over again. That's not weakness. That's what relationship looks like. Real, honest, beautiful relationship. So if you find yourself wandering again, if you fall back into patterns you thought you were free from, if the tears come back without warning, don't hide from me. Come to me. Again and again, come. There's no limit to how many times you're allowed to come back. I'm not counting. I'm not keeping score. I'm keeping you. Tell me, what's something you've been afraid to bring to me? Write it in the comments. Let's bring it into the light together. You came here for a reason. Subscribe now and keep that door open between us. You've tried so hard to carry it all. To be strong, to be okay. But strength isn't about never falling. It's about knowing who to fall into when you do. Fall into me. I won't let you shatter. I won't let you be lost in the dark. I'll be the light that never goes out. The anchor that never slips. The arms that never close, even when you don't understand. Trust that I'm still good, even when it hurts. Trust that I'm still holding you, even when you don't see it. Trust that I'm still working. This is not the end of your story. There is still beauty to come. Still joy. Still purpose. Still resurrection. You don't have to fix yourself to get there. You just have to stay close. That's all I ever wanted. Not perfection, just proximity. Just your heart, soft and open. Even when it feels like it's breaking, and when it is breaking. Remember this. I'm close to the brokenhearted. That's not a metaphor. That's a promise. So lean in. Let me be the one who rebuilds you, not with pressure, not with shame, but with presence. The kind that stays. The kind that whispers truth over you until you start to believe it again. Here's the truth. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not too far gone. You are not a lost cause. You are deeply loved. You are surrounded by grace. You are held. And I'm not going anywhere. This isn't the end. It's just the beginning. Subscribe so we can keep going together. I want to walk with you into everything I created you for. Not just in the mountaintop moments. Not just when things are easy or clear or exciting. But in the mundane. In the messy. In the middle of real life. That's where I do my best work. You're not too late. You're not too slow. You're not missing anything. You're exactly where I knew you would be right now. And you're not alone. So come, just as you are, and keep coming, every hour, every day, every time you feel yourself drifting. Come home again. I'll still be here, arms open, heart full, voice gentle, saying the same thing I've said from the beginning. You don't have to be perfect. Just come to me.